Hello. I've just had to explain to Ryan. I just got up there to press record on the camera, and a wee burp came out.
You let rip.
It wasn't a rip. It wasn't. I'd have been if I did. Do you know? It was the couch squeaked as my gargantuan frame moved it backwards. But I'm a big fan of farting on people.
Oh right, yeah.
Not in a sexual way in the slightest, but like in a funny
I don't
prank
think anybody
way.
thought that.
No, I just making it.
Is that a thing? It's just bound to do.
Christ, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sure, we did. James Joyce.
Yeah.
Remember his
There's a huge
horny letters.
There's a huge farting on cakes fetish.
Farting on cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, have you never seen this?
On
Honest to
cakes?
God, it's a massive thing. Birthday cakes, basically any big cake. Doesn't it? Can it be for any occasion? Could be a wake.
Wedding.
If you know a wake cake.
The wake cake, yeah.
Yeah, I've wedding cake's difficult. It's in tears.
You have to.
But yeah. You need a lot of gas. It's gonna have to have been a gassy wedding meal. What was your wedding meal? Beans. It's like my wedding reception was like the fucking scene out of Blazing Saddles.
Beans, asparagus, and vindaloo.
Cabbage soup as a starter.
Oh god.
But yeah, it's a massive thing. Cake farting.
Jesus Christ. Do you have to like? I don't know why that wouldn't work. I feel like the real like purists would have like a kind of like a straw, like kind of breaks into the cake, and they fart into the straw, and it goes like right into the cake. Like the cake doubles in size.
That's nice. I think the farting thing's already part of the fetish, and I think it's the rippling of it against the icing. I imagine is
the rippling of
It's like, and then you see the icing bubble away. I think that's the main deal for them.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
I have no idea. I've said this before. See the idea where folk go, you can't kink shame people.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, and yes, you should.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not talking about like, oh, I quite like getting choked, or I quite like getting tied up, or I quite like getting spanked. Right, fair enough, that's fair. See if you're into something fucking mental. See if you're into something where somebody sticks like a fucking balloon up their arse and inflates it from the inside, and that's the only way you can come.
Yeah.
Yes, you deserve to be shamed because you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
No, I do have a thing about you should. I have a bit about like people pissing on each other. And you should be shamed for that, in my opinion.
I don't think that's that bad.
Oh God!
I think that's fairly normal as well.
There is way worse ones, in fairness.
I would draw the line at shitting on people.
That's definitely.
I think that's bad.
That's certainly much worse.
Like the coffee table thing.
Oh God, aye.
Where you
take a dump on the table.
Yeah. So I got sacked from my last job.
And what was the
job? In the reception. It was during the interview. Didn't even get past the interview stage. Guy came out to find me squatted over the coffee table in the reception, shitting on a Reader's Digest.
I've never read a Reader's Digest. I don't actually know what it's for.
Reader's Digest is a worldwide magazine that used to just be articles of
it's
worldwide stuff. Oh, it'll still be going.
Yeah.
I think it was like the first mail order thing you could get. Because I don't think you could really buy it in the newsagents. I think people would order it.
Like, all right, okay.
Mail order, like order it, and it would be mailed to you.
I don't think people really do that much.
No, I don't do that anymore at all. Did you have a thing, talking about mail order, did you have a thing where it probably, and that wouldn't even be a thing by the time, when I was about 7 or 8, I remember one of them was called Discovery, right? And it was like a fortnightly, or definitely fortnightly magazine where it had a different subject each week. So like one would be like fucking submarines, and one would be volcanoes.
It's like Bonafide,
right?
Understand?
Yeah.
You pick out subject each week, right?
And you would get a binder, and it would just be like, it was like it'd be like collecting an encyclopedia.
Okay, right.
Right, but it would be articles, and it was aimed at kids, and you would learn a lot of shit. And I had that on, like, I didn't have it in mail order. I had it on where the newsagent, the local newsagent, would keep it behind for me. Fucking excellent, man. There was a history one as well, and I can't remember what it was, but I remember the very first edition was the gunpowder plot. and there was like a one about Shakespeare, and each one you could build. That was the main thing of it. You could build like cardboard models of something to do with that issue. So you built like Shakespeare's Globe Theatre.
Okay, right.
It was fucking excellent.
I remember. Well, I remember people used to get ones where it was like a fighter pilot, and you build little fucking.
Oh, aye. There's those ones where you can build the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
But it ends up, because it takes so many issues, you end up, when you've built this cardboard Titanic, you've spent more than it cost to build the original Titanic. That's the. That was always the con about it.
That's right. They used to be done on like television.
Yeah.
Like sold on TV.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They would always come out just after Christmas.
Yeah.
So it would like start the new year, and the first edition would be like 99 pence.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be about 22.50.
Oh my God.
To get a window over the Titanic.
I loved those infomercials on America when I was in LA watching them all morning.
Yeah.
Because the TV didn't work. And all I could hear was a random gunshot once or twice because I was staying beside Skid Row.
Nice.
So I was sitting there turning on, and there was a guy talking about joint pain, like Omega oil, whatever. It's only $50 for 12 tablets. And I was like, this is a ripoff. But it was this guy, and he's a famous like investigative journalist or something. He has obviously TV shows, but like it reminded me of that Tim Robinson sketch with the horses, because at one stage it was like, it would cut to this guy and he's standing beside a thing, with a straw in his mouth, and his arm on the thing, and he'd be like, since I've had my joint pain, I'm like a new man, and since I've been taking my Omega whatever, I've been a new man. And then it just cuts to these horses and a thing, and he goes, these are my horses, these bad boys can't ride themselves. And you're like, well, what the fuck was that? Like, I was giggling.
There's no need for the horses at all.
Yeah. These bad boys can't ride themselves. And then the wife comes out, and I'm like, was it like, when the wife comes out and she's like, oh, Jim's a different guy since he's been taking his fucking stuff. Basically, she wants to go, he can fucking pump now.
Aye.
But I never know. Like, do they come to the whole family?
This bad bitch can't ride herself.
Maureen. Coming out in the Zimmer frame. But do you know what I was thinking is, do they ask the people for an advert? They're like, we're going to need your wife as well. We want you in this, but we need your wife.
I think he's a real person, Ryan. I think he's an actor.
He's not. He's a real guy.
She'll be an actor as well.
He's not.
There's not a chance.
It's a real guy. He's an investigative. I feel like it's not.
This is an infomercial.
Yes, right.
But you're not thinking it's a
real
badly
guy.
paid actor.
He's already famous.
Oh, he's already famous. Right, so if he's already famous, I don't think that's going to be his real wife. I think she's going to be an actor.
Okay, right. See, the problem is I don't remember what the wife looks like, so I can't even fucking check it.
But what difference would that make?
It would make a big difference.
Oh, because you could check it. I thought you were going to go, I can't even remember what she looks like, to see if he could have been with her. Like if she was fucking
that's not much enough.
Drop dead, you're going, well, it must be an actress. That can't be.
Oh, God. You have, I don't know if you're going to remember, but you had something you wanted to bring up with me this week about a certain Scottish man in Italy.
Oh, fuck, yeah, shit. Oh, God, I did. You know what? I totally... Fuck, this... Oh, my God. This is so annoying. I wouldn't have had time to do it anyway. I had a whole plan, right? So, on Saturday night, I was in London, and I was on stage, and I'd been fully invested, sitting in the O'Neill's quite near the Comedy Store, and I'd been watching the last day of Serie A, because Napoli were going to win the title, and then Napoli went 2-0 up, and I knew they were 2-0 up by the time I got on stage, so I was like, well, I'm fairly certain I'm going to come off here to find out they've won the title. Came off, won the title, I had a drink at the Comedy Store, and then I went back to where I was staying, and there was a pub across the road, and they had the trophy presentation live on telly, right? And the trophy presentation, I've never seen a more drawn out affair in my life.
Really?
Like, so all the crowd stayed, and they brought every single individual player. They introduced every single individual player, including squad players, out, and they took their and then they brought Conte out, and then they get given the trophy. So while I'm sitting there, I was like, because Ryan, since Scott McTominay moved from Manchester United, has said that it's a massive mistake that he moved, right? And I have waited for the day where I could prove that it wasn't a mistake. And of course, and now it turns out it wasn't, because he's a Serie A champion. He got named Player of the Year in Italy, and he's going to go and play in the Champions League next year. Yes.
In my defence, you have ran a mile with what I said.
No.
I didn't say it was a mistake.
You did. You said it was a step down.
I said it was a step down.
Right.
I didn't say it was a mistake.
But that insinuates mistake.
No,
Yes,
no,
of course it does.
No, he didn't get on at Man United, so he went and moved to somewhere where he got on. How's that a mistake?
Nobody ever has.
But it's a step down.
Nobody ever's taken a step down and gone, "What a fucking great move this was for me." Nobody's. If somebody's told they're making a step down, then that sounds like a mistake.
No, because he can't make a step up. Like, nobody's going to buy him.
No, but right, but
right.
No, but of course he can make a step up because this is a step.
Well, in fairness, I'll give it to you on another way.
This would be
anyway.
a step out. This would be a step up.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. I do take back most of it because, I mean, like, Napoli literally have won the thing in the Champions League, and Man United look like they're only going one way.
Exactly.
But so I do concede all of it and how well Scott McTominay's done.
Yes.
But when you said it was a mistake he moved, I was like, how's that a mistake? He's going to be starting in a Serie A team. Considering like doing a squad
you that said it was a mistake.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a mistake.
I said it was a great move.
I said it was a step down. I seen Man United people saying it was a mistake.
Right.
And I was like, no, I don't agree with that. I said it was a step down because I said Man United's a much bigger team to play for than Napoli.
Yes, I've also conceded that, but I don't think a step down. I think you'll need to look at it relatively as to whether it's a step down.
Well, I must say, since I said it, I would probably be like, fuck it, I'd be out of Man United as quick as I could. I think
currently, if Trent Alexander had now decided to join Lille, I would go, right, that's a step down.
Yeah.
Because he's going from Premier League champions to a mid-table French team.
Yes.
I think going from a struggling Man United team to a Napoli team that finished third, I think, last year.
Something like that, yeah.
And we're already investing heavily in the future and had had Conte at the helm.
Yeah.
I would say that is a step up.
No, I don't give it that.
I don't, but I think
I will give you this.
You're looking at size of club. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But if you take that out of it.
But I just don't know what way you could say I'm leaving Man United to join Napoli and go, oh, this is a step up. It's just
because maybe he saw how badly things were going to go at Man United.
No, he's well and truly proven it was a great move.
Yeah,
like that. There's absolutely. In fact, if he had the chance 100 times out of 100, he's taken it 100 times now. Like, no doubt about it. But I did laugh at the fact that Man United though have absolutely shat the bed. I get that he wants to leave, but it's been very funny over the year, the amount of dogs abuse, and every time he kept scoring I'd be like, fuck, you're like, oh, big mistake.
I know.
You kept right there and
it's been constant. And do you know what, I bet he's utter dog shit next season, but it doesn't matter because I've had my season now.
I don't really think so. I mean, I'm not going to turn this into a football podcast.
No,
but
the reason my initial plan was, now I was sitting in this bar, and because it was taking so long, I think I ended up having about 5 pints, right? So by the end of this, I'm fairly fucking wrecked, to be honest, because I've already had drinks after the Comedy Store. So I'm like going home. I'm back to my hotel room. I'm a bit pissed, and I was like, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the next podcast episode properly Italian, right? So I went on, and I woke up the next morning with shitloads of searches. So I was trying to find a Napoli top, right? And I couldn't. The only place I could get them was off the official site, and it would never have arrived in time for today from Saturday night because it wouldn't get posted till Monday. So I was like, right, fuck. And I was like, right, Amazon must have them, but none of the Amazon ones were next day delivery. So I'm like, right, fuck. So then, but Amazon had kind of knockoff old Maradona ones. So I was like, right, I should get one of them. And I was like, right, fuck, I can't find one of my size. I've only got kids ones, right? So then I was like, so my initial plan, had it all worked out, was going to be I was going to come in, do this thing with a Napoli top, with an Italian flag over my knees, drinking espresso, and then every now and again I was going to get different Italian things brought in. So I was going to get a pizza delivered during the podcast, where I had to leave the podcast, go out and go, oh, just be 2 seconds, I really need to get that, and come back in with a Neapolitan pizza.
a Vespa delivered.
But sadly, and I was sitting there in my hotel room going, "This is fucking great. What an episode this is going to be."
What a fucking hassle.
And then the next day, it has literally gone out of my mind until you've mentioned it now. And the next day, completely forgotten about it.
You were like, I'm going to fucking... You said a message like, this fucking next podcast is going to be all Scott McTominay.
It turns out utter shit.
Completely forgot about it.
That was at my most pissed. I was like, whoa.
I didn't wake up. I looked... Yeah, no, late at night, I went on Instagram and I just saw a massive picture of me. Clearly, it wasn't even like a screenshot. It looked like a picture of a picture.
It was a picture I took of a poster that you had in the toilet of Monkey Barrel
That's
advertising your show.
Because I was like, why is this faded? And then I was like, what the fuck's this? It looked like some sort of outing thing. And then you were like, this fucking man is along with those other... You started naming other people, like Freddie Quinn.
Yeah. I've got I couldn't be bothered. If you thought this was red lemonade,
I did.
I didn't. Do you know what red cola is?
No.
What do you know? Well, I've never heard of red lemonade.
That looks like red lemonade to me. Like we call it red lemonade. Like,
maybe it's exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean,
bought this. I've not had this in decades.
Yeah, same. It would be.
And I saw it in the local shop the other day, and I was like,
no, I prefer pink lemonade, but pink lemonade was more for the Tories.
Pink lemonade? What the fuck is pink lemonade?
You've never had pink lemonade?
No.
You're fucking joking me.
I've never.
I'm bringing pink lemonade the next time. It's
right,
the nicest. Like, genuinely, I know it's pink lemonade. It's way, way nicer than that.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I do like it.
It's literally nothing.
I would never. I wonder why people don't mix it with drinks. Like I never see anyone going, give me a red lemonade and
do you know
vodka.
what? I reckon that with vodka would be fucking class.
I'm wondering now, like,
because it tastes kind of like cough mixture, but really, do you want to taste it?
Aye.
See if it's the same.
I'll see if it's the same.
I apologise for anyone that's watching it, and I couldn't be arsed putting it in a glass. I just brought the whole fucking bottle.
Big grand. No, that's different.
That's different.
That's like, it's nearly there. That's like, there's like cream soda in that.
It's weird.
It's
so
like,
I was
it's not
having
cream
a look.
soda, but there's like, it feels like there's a tiny bit of cream soda.
I was having a look at what's in it, right? So the ingredients are carbonated water, sugar, so much sugar, shitloads of sugar, like hundreds of sugar, acid, flavouring.
These are all good things.
The concentrates of black carrot.
What's a black carrot? Concentrates of black.
And then you've got basic sweeteners and preservatives. This, I found a weird sentence, right? Best before end, see below label or shoulder of bottle. Have you ever heard the term shoulder of bottle?
No.
I've never heard of the bit called the shoulder. I suppose it is, but...
Yeah.
Bizarre.
What's a black carrot? That makes it sound like they found a mythical thing.
I know.
They found a mythical black carrot, and they
That's
decided to make a fucking shit.
That's the
drink.
key ingredient. Serve cool with a K though.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that's different. That's not red. It's not the same as red lemonade.
Fucking excellent, man.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of cream soda in it.
I bring pink lemonade.
Oh, pink lemonade is the
taste whatever
king.
Fucking gay drink this is.
Pink lemonade, by the way, comes in an actual glass bottle most of the time.
Oh,
so you know
it's an Irish thing.
No,
never seen it in my life.
Never seen it in your life. That's because it is for posh cunts.
You know,
I feel anyway. It's for posh lads.
You know, it's shite. Gatorade.
It's not
that
great.
Can fuck off.
Yeah, it's
a fucking nonsense drink that is.
Not even fizzy. Lucozade.
That's horrible.
Mank. Yeah.
Aye.
Do you know you've heard about the Donegal stuff though? Have you heard about our drink football special?
No.
I'll try and get a football special.
Aye.
You can actually get it in Glasgow. If there's anywhere I can get it, it would be Glasgow.
Aye.
There's a drink called Football Special made in Donegal.
Nice.
And it's McDade's, and it's I wonder if you'd like that. It's only served in thing, and then became like a bit of a cult thing, and then they started selling it in universities down in Dublin and stuff like that. But you'll definitely get it in Glasgow. But they also had like their other drink that they made was a McDade's banana drink. It was like fizzy banana. It was
fizzy banana.
Horrific.
Jesus.
It was horrific. It's like a fucking a luminous yellow. You're like looking at it, you'd be like, I can't drink that. Nobody should be drinking that shit. Like
banana milkshake's the worst of all the milkshakes.
Yes, it is. Banana drinks in general.
They are actually.
I'm pretty fucking boring though when it comes to that type of shit.
I love bananas.
I like vanilla milkshakes, and that's it.
Oh, I can stand vanilla milkshake. Strawberry, raspberry, I push chocolate.
I don't really like chocolate.
You-
I love chocolate, but
You ever had Huel?
no. Is that the 5 meals in a? Is it any good?
It's quite good.
No,
You do
no.
properly fill up. Because I was like, do you know what? What the fuck am I doing? Pretending to myself that try to lose weight. I could just do this Huel shit. Because you read it and it promises everything. You're like, right, this is your full meal, and you get a drink, and it's all the vitamins,
Okay.
right? Because I was like, vitamins is one thing that has never. See if you were to believe, and sometimes I get worried that
You're going
there's
to-
a certain. I wish there was a list of things that humans had to take every day,
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
but there's so many things where they go, yeah, you should be taking right A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever fucking. And then you've got the B12, you should be taking that. Oh, and then calcium, you should be getting some of that. And then fucking charcoal, you should be fucking injecting that in your dick every day. And then so there's so many things that where whatever fucking video you see or whatever website comes up or goes, you should really be taking this because you'll have a massive deficiency in this. So I thought I had like an iron. I was like, fuck, I don't know, I got paranoid about iron. And I was like, fuck, I've not, not got enough iron in my, not enough iron in my, because my I just felt tired and shit.
Yeah.
And then so I started getting these supplements, and it was iron and multivitamins.
Okay.
And I can't remember my fucking point here.
But did you? Because I always think I'm iron deficient. I am deficient in everything I look.
Yeah.
And then they always do the bloods and they're like, you're absolutely fine. I'm like, are you sure?
Aye.
Are you actually sure?
Aye. Well, that was my point. Huel says it gives you everything you need.
Okay.
So it gives you every vitamin and every supplement you need for the day in this one drink, plus a meal, plus a drink.
And how much is it? For a bottle?
We can buy them like just in the supermarket for like one bottle. So if you just fancied a Huel, you could get one, or you can subscribe to Huel.
That's such
But-
a terrible fucking name.
But so
Get yourself a wee heel.
Amy subscribed to it, right? Because she was like, well, this is costing me. I'm getting these and it's costing me like fucking £5 a bottle or something. And then the subscription's only like £15 a month and you get. But the problem is, right? And we found this out because we went on forums afterwards, and this is a recognised thing. You make your own Huel drinks. So they give you everything. They give you the shaker, they give you the wee drinks, but they give you powders that you mix with water, right? The Huel that you mix up yourself tastes like utter fucking dog shit
Compared to the...
compared to the ones you buy in there. Because there's something about the way they're done for manufacture in the shops. It completely smooths it. Like it's a smooth drink. Whereas the ones you mix up yourself, you can't, because you're shaking it yourself, you can't compete with an industrial machine that's shaking it.
Yeah.
So
Gritty.
it's oh my god, it's on
No,
it's
I
like
couldn't do it.
gargling your fucking driveway.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. and it tastes different as well.
Yeah.
So the subscription's dog shit.
Okay, right. But
Just buy.
what does it? But what does it taste like? Can
Tastes quite nice.
you? Okay.
The vanilla ones, because I don't like vanilla stuff, that's quite nice. The chocolate one's really nice.
Okay. Right.
I think there's like a strawberry and cream one which I thought was going to be great. Meh.
Okay, right. I'm gonna try.
Chocolate one's the best one,
I'm
I
gonna try
find.
a Huel. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try a Huel.
Try a Huel. You do feel very full after it.
But yeah, what I mean. Like,
And I don't know. Again, that like this, I've said this before. Like that, I've always hold out this hope in life that there's one thing that I'm not taking that I'll suddenly go, fuck. That was the missing elixir. Like if I suddenly found out that I'm not, like I should have been taking like fucking 10 grams of zinc every day. Suddenly now that I'm back to my zinc level, I've had such low zinc levels it explains every single problem I've ever had in my life. And then I'm like, fucking yes, I'm zinced up to the max now. And you know, like in Bradley Cooper when he takes a limitless pill.
Yeah.
That's what I find out that zinc is for me. I'm like, fucking jeez. I'm typing. I'm writing 3 Edinburgh shows in a night.
a zinc junkie.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Last night I was playing fives and I started I was winding up the Scousers. You know, I'm like, very sensitive people, aren't you? You're always talking about great communities, but bad shit seems to always happen in your community. And then I accidentally, right? So when I was doing this, we were all laughing about it, trying to add a bit of bite to the game. And then, you know, like you're not allowed to shoot inside the box, you know, in fives. Well, the ball bounced, came clearly into the thing, and Mike was in net, so Scouser, and Mike Sayers, and I, for no reason, while the ball was unplayable, just toe poked it directly into his balls.
Oh, see, that
was not on.
That's not on at all.
He had to stay in nets for 25 minutes because he couldn't run.
Oh, come on now.
So I had to go and apologise for my off the field and on the field actions in the group.
Was it a proper fives ball as well?
Oh, it's just like
it's just not
regular.
It's not like one of those really hard
green ones.
Like looks like a massive tennis ball.
Not that shit. No.
Thank fuck, because that cripple him, man.
That's the inside balls. No, they're terrible.
Oh, if you take that, the balls.
Oh, it went right up. I could actually hear the.
Aye, that's.
Yeah, so I've had a nightmare. In
There's Mike Waugh.
What?
Is this
Sayers? You know Mike Sayers?
No.
You'll see him around Edinburgh. That's so funny. Yeah, so I've had a bad one there now. I've upset the people of Liverpool close to me.
Yes.
Trying to add a bit of bite, and then I did something horrific. And then while he was struggling, I scored a header from like 25 yards.
Oh,
a flick-on header. But he couldn't get to the other side of the nets because his balls were fucking fire. He was like,
his balls,
and I was sitting there going,
his balls are in his chest.
Sliding on my knees, giving it fucking loads. Yeah, it was a little...
I'm going to see if you're doing Liverpool tomorrow night and you're doing hot water... if you send this clip tomorrow night, I'm going to clip up just you saying that and put it out just before you go on stage at Hot Water tomorrow.
Be fucking
and
banned,
you'll be
like
Andrew Lawrence.
Like Big Andy.
Big Andrew Lawrence, man.
Can't believe we're still talking about this guy.
Creepy wee guy.
Such a shite joke. That's the main thing.
It was a shite, terrible joke.
Yeah.
But what a gimp. Right.
All right. Well,
this week's movie.
I feel like I'm going to take this off because I feel like I can't move.
I don't like that as much as I did.
You can't move.
Cullen's got an Adidas jacket on that I only saw the Adidas sign and the front
of it. That was enough for you.
And I was like, I really like that. And now I notice it's got a brown corduroy collar.
Oh, inside it.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is? I felt slightly uncomfortable after 27 minutes because I feel like I couldn't move or it would
Why you
just
record so much?
Shh. Huh?
Why you record so much?
I saw Dazed and Confused a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why I wear cards so much.
You look like a fucking school jotter.
Hi, I like my trousers to be ribbed. ribbed
for everyone's pleasure.
Ribbed for my pleasure. Do you know what? I find the card it can never hide the cock. It's terrible.
Shut up. Fucking give me that. It can never hide the
It is. It's like wearing sweats though.
Aye, is it? Aye, great. Don't be fucking acting like you're that fucking guy in the
Ron
meme
Jeremy
that pops up every now and again. You've got an above average penis.
No,
you're not talking about like Danny
I'm
D.
not talking about that. I'm just chatting about in general. It could be a baby cock and you're going to see it.
No, you're not. What, through cords?
Aye.
No, you're not.
These cords anyway.
Fucking.
They're too loose. Like, you know, they're not like straight edge type of thing, you know. You know, I tried to wear these in a golf course and I was like, this will blend in.
I wouldn't let you in a golf course with them. It's not proper attire.
You don't even have golf shoes.
Shoes.
You
No,
just said, yeah. When you said I don't have shoes, I just imagine you barefoot going around the golf course.
Like John Daly does now. You ever seen them?
He's fucking lost
it. He drives his. He owns his own golf cart and he just cuts up with fucking like 24 cans in the back, and then just drips a drive 450 yards. It's like he's still the best golfer in the world, even though he's an absolute mess.
I've seen him taking a drive off with some woman with the tea in her, some woman with massive tits, some model, and he was taking a drive off her mouth with the ball and the thing. And I went, well, John's living his best life still. Anyway, fuck me.
Oh, amazing. Right, this week's...
He feels Scottish, but he's not. I'm thinking
John Daly does.
Colin Montgomery. Right.
We're doing Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
Because of the week where Mission Impossible Final Reckoning
was
released.
I'll try. Well, we can try and give our thoughts on that without spoiling it.
Okay.
You know, because, you know, Yeah,
I liked it.
I did too. Like
That
I
was
can't
very,
pretend I didn't because I enjoyed it.
Very entertaining.
I was annoyed by loads of it.
Right.
I thought the first hour was a
Can you
fucking mess.
Right.
It was all over the place.
There's a lot of explaining and shit that's going on. I know what you mean about there's a lot of characters. A lot of characters that we've never met before that feel like
They're trying to all of a sudden be.
they're being introduced as main characters.
Even your man's been in loads of them. Shea Wignham, you know Shea Wignham, that actor. He's like he's your man's son. Was it John Voight's son?
Oh, aye.
You know, like even him, like he's been in them.
That's
and
the
all.
first spoiler.
That's not a spoiler.
Of course it is. What? The guy that's chasing Ethan
okay.
Hunt turns out to be Jim Phelps' son from the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Massive spoiler.
Right. No more spoilers. Right.
Right.
I'll keep it there. That's barely a spoiler.
Yeah, the
right?
guy from the first one comes back.
Yeah. Stop saying.
The guy, the guy the knife drops in his office. He comes back.
He's alive. Still.
He's quite integral to the plot, actually. Folk would know that anyway because that's in the trailer. So that's
Yeah.
I'm very conscious of spoilers.
Okay, right.
No one would have known that spoiler.
All right. Okay. Well, I apologize for that. I mean, I felt like that was fuck up.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna really spoil something there. But
I thought. Here's one. Right. I just thought that. Because this is also, I think everyone knows this is from the first one. Yeah, the stakes were too high, which made it even. It was always unbelievable. I mean, you have to suspend your hand. I just hated the bad guy. I hated your man that was the second kind of bad guy that's trying to control AI and all that.
I think the stakes. I know what you mean about the stakes being too high, but the stakes are always the entire world might die.
No, it used to be like, a fucking refugee camp in Pakistan's going to go up in an atomic bomb.
But that was an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
But that would have then triggered everything else. I agree that in this one, every single country in the world is facing their nuclear weapons at each other.
Yeah.
Right.
There was a lot of people in the boardrooms that were really fucking stupid the whole way through it too. Look, I had a lot of complaints about it, and then I also came out and went, yeah, I enjoyed that. That was great.
Yeah.
I was like delighted that the last hour and a half was very good.
Just stunts.
Yeah, that got real good then. I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
I did think the big stunt was quite like the one in Fallout though.
It is exactly the same stunt.
It was just like
It's just a plane
different
instead of
vehicle.
a helicopter.
But it's so good. I mean, I don't give a shit.
Submarine bit I thought was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
I have a thing about submarines.
A lot of people do.
I find them really boring.
A lot of people find any underwater action stuff very,
Shite.
very dull.
I think it's very
Because
dull.
everything moves so slowly.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
every film is like a fucking, like, like in the last one that was in the submarine, it was just them watching radar. And I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck me, like it's like playing a game of battleships.
Red October and Crimson Tide are fucking incredible films.
I don't remember them too well, to be honest. We'll get them covered in the thing, but yeah, no, pretty good. Yeah.
Aye.
Happy enough. Which is.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was actually better than Dead Reckoning.
Well, I put it equal.
I don't enjoy the fact that AI is the villain. I don't like that. The villain was shite. That fucking.
How are we going to stop ChatGPT?
That Hispanic looking fucker. He was a shite villain.
He's awful. I don't even think it's his fault. They just give him nothing.
Pish. He's just
kind of just turned up.
He becomes a fucking lunatic at the end. He's like quite a suave, controlled guy.
And then
in the plane, he's just cackling maniacally. Fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that entity thing wasn't in it as much, because I've rewatched Dead Reckoning at the weekend to catch myself up again. And that fucking thing warbling all the time in the background all the fucking time, like it was a character.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was shite.
Yeah, a lot of that type of shit.
Yeah.
But all right, it was still fine. Yeah, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The stunts were good in it.
It was good when Simon Pegg died. Shit. Fuck you. But that's the thing. Like getting us on in Mission Impossible 2. I don't think Mission Impossible have ever had, apart from Philip Seymour Hoffman, none of their villains are that good.
That's true. That's the one I've.
Their main baddie.
Remember the least.
It's like they've got a baddie who poses a threat, but then that's it. They're not really. They're not as rounded as like a Goldfinger or something like that.
Henry Cavill's was good.
Cavill's was good, but then
he's not really the main. He's like a he is like a. He's not.
It turns out to be at the end, but he's not.
He's not necessary. He's just a wanker.
He's a double crossing agent.
Yeah.
But because the fucking Dougray Scott in this fucking shite.
I do fucking like your man that played. You know the bad guy in Fallout. In fairness, I did like him kind of.
Solomon Lane.
Now he wasn't the best, but he was
he's
quite
right.
good. He's quite a good actor, you know. So it kind of added a bit.
I don't
to
remember who it was, what the baddie was in
Ghost
Protocol. Was it Ghost Protocol?
The one like hanging off the building and all.
Was that Ghost Protocol or
That's,
Rogue Nation?
I
think it was Ghost Protocol.
Yeah,
that's the first one with Jeremy Renner in it.
That's right, Jeremy Renner.
I can't remember who the baddie is in that. The one in the desert. Who the fuck's the baddie in that?
I don't know.
I can't even remember what the threat is in that.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that is what Mission Impossible
is. I can't
is.
remember what the threat is in most of them.
It was the Apostles that came into it. Do you remember the Apostles?
Oh, yeah.
They were in 2 or 3. It was just fucking covert.
And then it was the rabbit's foot, which comes back in this one as well.
That's right.
That turns out to actually be meaningful.
Yeah.
Because he was the best. So Hoffman was the fucking... He was the king. 'Cause he was a fucking psychopath.
Yeah. I like that. I enjoy a psychopath bad guy.
A Dougray Scott.
This is so funny, right? Because before I go, like if you give me my top 5 favorite directors of all time, John Woo's in it.
Right.
I love him. I love all his films, most of them, even the real bad ones. He's having a nightmare recently.
This is interesting because I was going to proper give John Woo shit.
Right, but I'll explain what I am before this, right?
Right.
Because like John Woo, I love all his fucking like I love Better Tomorrow. I love The Killer, Hard Boiled. I love Hard Target. I love Face Off and all that type of shit. But when he's come over here recently, he's done Silent Night and he's done a remake of The Killer that have both been fucking terrible.
I'm gonna get Big Woo's filmography up.
Yeah. Like, but the problem is, my theory about him is, even though Face Off's dramatic stuff worked, I don't know if if a lot of the things that he's brought over from like Hong Kong cinema just comes across far too stupid
Fried
and
rice
cheesy.
and that.
For fuck's sake. But it comes across too stupid. It's kind of like making a Bollywood film with all white dudes.
Yeah.
You'd be like, this is kind of fucking weird.
Right.
You know,
I know what you
that's
mean.
my theory on a lot of it because it's so dramatic.
Yeah. So he made
Better Tomorrow. The Hong Kong one's Better.
Right. The Better Tomorrow 2,
10.
The Killer,
Unbelievable.
Bullet in the Head,
Don't know.
and then Hard Boiled.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
So I'm assuming Hard Boiled. That's when Hollywood sat up and went, "Oh, this fucking
Yeah,
guy."
around that. Yeah.
Because then Hard Target next.
Yeah.
then-
Class, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's Van Damme.
It's exciting.
It worked. Yeah.
Then Broken Arrow.
Yeah, I like Broken
with
Arrow.
Travolta and
Yeah,
Christian
I
Slater.
like Broken
It's
Arrow.
alright actually.
Yeah.
Then Face Off. Fucking
Yeah.
class.
Right. But
This-
this is still cheesy, but it's still in the years
Yeah.
where cheesy could be.
Yeah.
Do you know, like you could do cheesy action films were
Aye.
still at their best.
And
here.
then Wind Talkers, which is
I didn't
more
like that.
serious. That's like
Didn't really like that. It was
that's
all right.
about fucking
Mel
Navajo
Gibson.
code breakers and shit with
Wind Talkers.
Nicolas Cage.
No. Wind
Yes, it
Talkers
is.
is Mel Gibson's war film, is it not?
No. Nicolas Cage, Mark Ruffalo,
Oh,
and
right.
Christian Slater. Yeah, World War II film,
Okay, right.
right? And then he did Paycheck,
I don't remember that.
which I don't remember that, with
That-
Affleck, Aaron Eckhart, and Uma Thurman.
Don't remember Paycheck.
Never heard that in my life. It's a fucking sci-fi film. Never seen that.
He
And
gets
then
real bad recently.
and
He is
then
like
he's
in his-
done-
He's like 80 now, though.
and there's loads I haven't even heard. All the Invisible Children,
No,
Red Cliff Part 1 and 2.
don't know them.
It's another war films.
Mm,
Reign of the Assassins.
nice.
The Crossing Part 1 and 2. He fucking loves a Part 1 and 2. It's because these are all fucking war films. He can't get enough in.
I didn't.
And then
I don't know
Manhunt.
these. Don't know these. There is a big, massive gap.
See, these are back at, that's back at, and
Yeah, he fucked off again.
yeah.
And
And
he
then
comes back.
Silent Night, which was
Terrible.
awful.
I was so excited.
We
for
were both very excited for that.
awful,
And then a remake of The Killer.
and that's real bad too.
Right.
It's like really shit version.
Eric Cantona's in it.
Aye,
Fucking hell.
aye. Genuinely, they replaced fucking Chew Yun Fat with fucking
Cantona.
Someone
Ryan
from
Giggs.
someone from fucking Fast and the Furious, whatever you call her, Natalie Emmanuel or something. I was like,
Jesus.
this is awful. Yeah, so he's really stinking things up at the moment. But
he is 78 years old.
yeah, okay. But Mission Impossible 2. Now, I always remembered this as not fitting in, and yeah.
It is nothing like. It doesn't seem like a Mission Impossible film at all.
It seems like it should be the third. Mission Impossible was so popular. It's mad to take someone who is so like makes films his exact way. Like it's mad to go, oh, that was so exciting. Let's get John Woo in here to make it.
De Palma, I don't think De Palma wanted to make a second one though.
Yeah,
So-
no, but
And then I think like Cruise was adamant it was going to be John Woo. He fucking loved John Woo, so he was adamant. But
yeah,
except like I know, kinda, because if you compare from the third, well, certainly from the fourth one, so Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, and these last two are all, you can tell, are Mission Impossible films.
Yeah,
They're all very, very, very similar, and they stick to a formula.
yeah. Macquarie really did a good job.
They're the best.
Yeah,
3
it's different.
kind of fits it because there is this massive global threat,
Yeah,
but it also doesn't.
Darker.
It's much, much darker.
it's a darker kind of feeling to it.
And
yeah.
he's also like
Better
Cruise
actor.
is more of a, because from 4 onwards, 4 to 8, Cruise is very much just this international spy who goes rogue all the time.
Yeah,
Like that's all he does, goes rogue. Whereas in 3, he's he's retired. He's a family dude.
yeah.
So that it's the threat to his wife that is the.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely a formula from 4 to 8. 3's an outlier. 1's just one,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
total its own. And then this just
It's like he's even different in it.
he's different.
He's
yeah.
like fucking sitting there trying to chat up women like
Yeah.
like a fucking flirt, and then he's also doing like flying, like John Woo flying back kicks and stuff, and he's never once done it
No.
again, like a flying drop kick to the back
No,
of the
he's
head.
never had. Do you know what? There's so many moves that Tom Cruise does in this that are from Street Fighter 2.
yeah.
He does Chun-Li's fucking backflip kick.
Yeah.
He does Guile's kick, where he's basically vertical
Yeah.
and then kicks him like that. There are so many just fucking bizarre martial arts moves
Yeah.
that come out of nowhere. Absolutely out of nowhere.
Do you know what I do love this about John Woo? He said I think he said once apparently in like an interview that he finds, and it makes sense in all his older films, and you can see parts in this. He goes, I think there's nothing more boring in life than guns reloading.
It's fair enough, actually.
Yeah, like if you ever see Hard Boiled, he just walks in with an Uzi, and I mean, it must let off 400
Yeah.
bullets in a restaurant. You know,
Yeah.
like nobody is reloading at any
Yeah.
time. But
I mean, like in terms of Mission Impossible films, there is always an element of complete escapism and complete leave any common sense at the door.
yeah,
This takes it to the ultimate
Oh my God.
extreme. Like there is not like there's bits in this where you go like when they're shooting at the helicopter and they hit every single bit of the helicopter other than Ving Rhames and the Australian pilot.
yeah.
Everything. At the end, about 90 henchmen appear that have never been there before. And two of them have just got different coloured bikes.
They don't
That
even-
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense because they don't even have guns. They
No.
got on the bike and
Yeah.
they were just trying to run him over on a
Yeah,
motorbike.
yeah.
I don't know what the plan
Yeah.
was. Like, just run him over
Yeah.
on a fucking...
When they're in the chemical facility, the guns and like that literally, that like you say, I never even thought about that nobody ever fucking reloads.
No, he just refuses.
But when the virus is on the ground, they shoot it about 90 times.
The bullets hit it takes them ages to go,
Did
whoa!
you like? I know you're like
you kill
fuck?
everyone.
like.
Just emptying fucking cartridges.
I mean, the suspension of disbelief is this is.
He doesn't do things. He doesn't reload John Woo movies, and he also likes to put shit exploding everywhere. Like bits of things are going all over the place.
A lot of stuff explodes.
And if he executes someone, he shoots them 6 more times. You know,
Yeah.
he shoots Tom Cruise even on the ground. You must have
Yeah.
emptied the whole clip in him from
Yeah,
point blank
yeah,
range, and then
yeah.
you find out he had switched the. I mean, how it gets so boring when it's the fucking mask thing.
This is it. Like, this is it.
He
Because
he made it shite in this.
I loved the masks in the first one, and I love the masks now.
Yeah,
I remember this when I first saw this film and going, the fucking masks again. Because they do it so many times in this.
Oh, he takes the piss. There's 3 separate scenes where he looks at a barrel and shoots it and it explodes. You know, like, I'm like, you can't use that multiple times.
Yeah.
He's like, another highly flammable.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a bit at the end where he just shoots hazardous waste. There's just a shitload of hazardous waste. And it says on it, hazardous waste.
Oh,
like,
man.
why? But that hazardous waste, it's sitting basically outside.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think that would be the stuff that's getting rid of. I mean, you don't leave hazardous waste lying about for anyone to trip over.
Yeah.
What?
By the way, what year was this?
2000.
So, and I don't want to be dramatic here, has The Matrix Reloaded slightly copied the scene, the unbelievable scene when he spins on the bike and the car comes around and he shoots it in the petrol tank and explodes?
Probably.
You know, in The Matrix Reloaded, 2001, where Morpheus, like, he does it with a sword.
Yeah.
And the car, ridiculous, the car flips it. But that one goes that way and he shoots the tank, but it's the same spin in slow motion with a...
Yeah. But
Anyway.
this also steals... Do you know, I never realised this until I was watching it. The amount of this steals from GoldenEye.
Oh, I would never know.
So, the idea that there is another agent that is basically the evil version of...
Yeah.
So Dougray Scott is basically the evil version of Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as what Sean Bean was to James Bond in GoldenEye.
Okay, yeah.
The car chase at the start is almost identical. Like, literally, I honestly think... I know it's not, but it's almost the same road.
Oh, God.
And it's almost the same fucking cars.
Oh, God.
That they chase each other, and it's the same thing, flirting through looks, but also trying to run each other off the road.
Oh, aye.
With fucking Xenia on a top and Bond.
Yeah. That's fucking... That was hilarious. They were trying to flirt, but they almost killed like 10 families. Forget it's a super... Like it's supposed to be a good guy. That was possibly the most...
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to kill everyone, including themselves.
This is the most Bond of the Mission Impossible films.
Okay, yeah, there is
because in no others do we see him. I can't think of any other film where we see Ethan Hunt shagging.
Yeah, it just it really
even the whole, like, that could have been Pierce Brosnan in the bath with Tandy Newton, where she's going, "Do you mind if I'm on top?" And he's like, "It works for me." Like, that's Bond. That's literally how can we make that sexy?
And why did it is, and then he was basically looking up her gooter, going like what is it, like, I wouldn't do that or whatever, whispering it, even grunt. Tell you who's
a horny wee man, fucking Woo, pointing his camera directly down Tandy Newton's cleavage through that whole scene. That's just all it is, just two incredibly pert jabs.
I didn't even. Do you know what? I didn't notice it in this because I noticed it in the new James Bond when she's doing CPR, because I was giving out about the new Mission Impossible, Haley Atwell, because I fucking hate Haley Atwell.
I know you do.
Yeah, right. So like I was. Do you know what I noticed? I was like, Ethan Hunt has a type. It's thieves.
Thieves, yeah.
He's horny for a deceitful
he does like he does like a thief. He does. He does.
It's so many thieves he's just coming out with.
So many women die because of him. Like, I know Bond has that as well. But what I hate about it is, I like how women are disposable to Bond. But that's basically what Kittredge says to him. In the new one, he's like that. The same pattern happens as you get into with a woman. She ends up the world ends up being in threat because you won't fucking just let her die.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, right, it's a thing that, do you know what I compared it to? Right, in this, they meet each other. He meets her in Seville. She is there to steal jewellery from a god knows who, some fucking ambassador, right? They go there, they stare at each other for about 3 hours.
The first use of slow motion?
Yes.
When there's a flamenco dancer?
Not the first.
Oh, was it? They were
God
just
knows.
staring at each other for way too long?
It's used in the plane crash.
Okay.
And it's used in the bit where he gets his mission through the Oakleys and he throws them at the camera and they go in slow motion. Right?
First of all, how funny would it be if that was an actual assassination attempt and he fucked it? So if you don't know what we're talking about, the helicopter falls and like shoots like a rocket, but it just sticks in the ground and it's got his usual message in it. But imagine he walked over the glasses and the thing just exploded.
Yeah.
Killed him and everyone else. Well, it's not everyone else, it's just him on the top of a mountain.
I like the technological advancements they've made though in 4 years.
Yeah.
Because in the past one, Big Phelps was watching VHS tapes on the plane. Not even VHS tapes, VHS cartridges.
Yeah, it was.
Remember, she's like that. Would you consider the films of the Ukraine? And he sticks it in, right? And then, but in this one, it's a fucking a full on HD display and a pair of Oakleys. You're like, yes.
Things have moved
IMF. IMF have been given some money in the past 4 years.
International Monetary Fund. They had like. Do you know it'd be also good? Do you ever notice like if they had a guy though that's job was to do that? You know, obviously they hired one guy and he's to make the gizmos to be like this message will self-destruct it. But imagine if he accidentally packed too much explosives in it.
Blew the whole fucking place to bits.
Like the fucking London bombings. He's on the fucking bus. And he's watching it on the you know, like they're always on satellite. Oh fuck, I had too much C4 in the fucker. Blew his arms off. This message was self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What a great job. What do you do at IMF? You know the 5 second bit?
Aye.
I'm the guy that thinks of things to put it in.
They call me Gizmo.
Yeah, like that. This plant pot will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
What if he turns down the mission?
This child will self-destruct.
This man, everything. It's just ridiculous. That'd be so funny. He accidentally packed it with too much. Oh
he
God!
Just go in his office and he's got shitloads of different things that he's packed 5 second fuse explosives in it.
It's even funnier too if the boss there is like, stop doing this. We just need you to tell him. Your job is to literally go and meet him in a cafe.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, what about if I send him 2 Barbie dolls? And they'll have a conversation.
Even if someone finds this, they won't have a fucking clue what it's talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to blow up.
It
absolutely doesn't. Why?
Yeah. Your mission, if you have a thing on your mission is to find Sergei Toskiev in a Belarusian prison, I'd be like, oh, cool.
Why have you spent 6 months and $1 trillion making a 5 second explosive Snickers bar? Why? Fuck's sake, Dimitri. Jesus, this wasn't why you were brought here.
I prefer Gizmo.
We're so far behind. You spent half the budget on this, you fucking maniac.
We don't have money for bullets. He goes, that's my touch. That's amazing.
Sorry, what I was saying was that what annoys me is, so they meet at this flamenco bar.
Yeah.
Well, the flamenco dances is happening anyway.
Yeah.
And Tandy Newton's, who's a thief, she's just a commoner garden thief.
Mm-hmm.
She manages to time her thievery with the flamenco dancing, and then gets in. Cruz is already there. He goes, it's not in there, it's in the last one. She takes out this fucking diamond necklace or something. Then all the security guys come in. That then leads to this pervy bit where they're both on top of each other in the bath.
He's like, I'm going to self-destruct in 5 minutes.
And then the guy comes in and he goes, oh, fuck, don't you know who this is? This is fucking Hefe, our chief of security. You're like, how has Cruz managed to fly from Arizona to Seville and become the head of security for this guy in less than 24 hours?
Never made any sense.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hefe as well.
But then, so that's their initial meeting, and then there's the flirting in the car, and then she nearly falls off the mountain. Then they go off with each other in a car hanging over the mountain.
Yeah.
And from then on, they are the most loved up couple you will ever, to the point where he's screaming, I'll never let this happen to you. Right? What? And there's a bizarre bit where she goes, where he's gonna, because the whole mission is that she's used to go out with Dougray Scott, and she's going to go and pump him again so that she can steal stuff from him.
I enjoyed that. He's disgusted.
Yeah, and he goes, would it make you feel any better if I told you I wasn't happy with this? Yes, well, feel better.
That's right. I forgot about you. Feel better.
You met this lassie less than 2 days ago, and now you're not a spy anymore.
You're arrested and killed as well.
You should be, if you're that level of a spy, you should be that cold-hearted that even if you have got any kind of feelings, in that bit where she injects herself with the thing, you should immediately just get up, shoot her in the head, and go, "That's a mission done." Thank you. Yeah. Like, that's literally it. Like,
fucking, that actually would be he's like, wait a minute. They sit, because there is many of the missions, and even in this one where they sit him down, like, and they're just like, you've put the entire faith of the he lost the plutonium in Fallout because he was trying to save like Ving Rhames. You know, in this one he's just went, wait a minute, you've put the entire faith, like all of that of deadly virus, you've left it in the hands because you wanted to save a thief that you pumped.
Yeah,
I can actually get why he's constantly on the verge of being sacked.
I don't think he's even pumped Hayley Atwell.
No, I don't.
I don't think by the second one he's even pumped her. I think he seems to be someone that falls in love. Do you know what Tom Cruise is? You know what Ethan Hunt is? Ethan Hunt's the guy that reckons a stripper fancies him.
He's a love bomber.
He literally, the minute any woman looks at him for more than 3 seconds, he goes, that's me, I'm smitten. I'm absolutely smitten now.
That's so funny. The biggest threat to humanity isn't the nuclear bomb, it's his love bombing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ethan Hunt's...
He gets them all killed.
Yeah, Ethan Hunt's lack of self-respect is what is the danger to the world.
I don't even think... Did he kiss Ilsa Faust?
I don't think he's even done her.
They kind of have this thing, and I was like, are they going to do the big thing coupling? And it doesn't really... don't think it really happens.
No.
She meets his ex-wife.
Yeah.
In a fucking refugee camp.
I think that's why Michelle Monaghan isn't that bothered about going back to her old life. I think Ethan Hunt's asexual. I think he's the perfect husband and the perfect boyfriend until it comes to anything physical.
Okay.
I think he's very good at looks and touches of the face. But nothing more.
Do you reckon he's just sitting there going like, listen, I have fallen off buildings, been shot at, I've been backflips, I've been car wrecks, and he's like, my dick just doesn't work, honey.
Maybe.
His cock is...
Or maybe...
You wouldn't actually try... Imagine if he had a furry cock, like a dog. You'd lose all respect for him. Even if he saved the world, you'd just be kind of like, oh, man, what's that, though?
Maybe, right? Or... he's such an adrenaline junkie. Right?
That's
even his holiday in this is him on a sheer face of a cliff, climbing without any ropes, just fucking freehand climbing.
Free soloing it.
Right, on the Rocky Mountains, right? So that's his idea of fun, because his job is hanging off planes and almost getting drowned in submarines.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe whenever it comes to sex, he's just like that. Do you have any idea the adrenaline that I have pumped through my body doing my job? Who the fuck do you think you are to think that sex with you would hold any excitement for me whatsoever?
God, I'd love to see if there was a scene of him saying exactly that.
Yeah. Sex with you is as exciting to me as brushing my teeth in the morning. Look at what I do the rest of the time, you arrogant bitch. To think that you could even match up to what I do on holiday, fuck you.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine how much people would not like Ethan Hunt if they just left that scene in? You stupid woman. You thought you could, get me off? With your shitty little hands and mouth? I've just fucking leaped off a building No
You
parachute.
have no idea what gets me off.
Landed on a
The only
clothesline and swung onto a moving train.
The only time I can ejaculate now is if a bomb is about to go off in a school and there's 2 seconds left and I'm a mile away. That's the only time.
That was so bad if they came in though. The police come in and they go, I've sorted it, right? And it's just like, you know, the nuclear bomb in 2 seconds and then just like 2 ropes of cum over it. And they're like, what was that? And he goes, I take pleasure in my work. Ethan, can you please?
Oh, a man can't love his work.
Even the fact that it's on the 2 means that you took it out. You didn't even just come in your pants, you took it out. It's my calling card. His calling card is coming on the diffused it.
That's why the timer always gets so far down.
He's
If
wanking.
they actually cut back, it would be him getting his belt off.
Rummaging.
Just give me another couple of seconds, Luther.
That's so funny if he comes in the corner. And I, for some reason, I imagine that Ethan Hunt would be the type of guy that'd have a wank with Winnie the Pooh it, you know, his whole trousers and underwear down around his ankles.
Yeah, well, he's got no time to do anything else. An entire room of analysts just watching him.
Yeah, put it up.
Another successful mission.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Big load today, Ethan.
Oh, fucking hell.
Do you know what else now John Woo does in this? Another standard John Woo. Doves.
Oh, God.
He loves his doves.
Oh,
That's his
Jesus.
call. That's his calling. Even
Yeah.
Hunt's is coming on bombs.
Yeah.
You know, John Woo's his doves.
Yeah.
Slowly leaving in place.
None of them even. It's their doves. Cause,
This was Doves Underground. He went out of his way.
Right, I get the doves in Face Off, which we've done.
Yeah.
Right, they're in a what is it?
Church.
A church, and it's on a hillside. Now I don't know. Seagulls would have made more sense, surely. I don't know if doves hang about seasides. Maybe they do, but you go right. Do you know what? Maybe there was a wedding there last week, and a load of them have hung about. Right, fair enough. Right, in this, doves for a start. Yep, doves underground. Is there a dove? Are there doves in the chemical centre? No.
I don't
Or are
remember
there
that.
only doves in the last battle?
I think I only saw the doves in the last battle, or noticed it anyway.
But there is a shitload of them.
Yeah, he had a big bunch of them.
There's one renegade dove that flies through the flaming doorway.
Oh, yeah, that's true, right.
Just one badass fucking dove.
Fuck's sake. Who is Dougray Scott's henchman that gets treated like shit the whole
I initially thought it was Sean Pertwee.
I
Who
didn't
played
know.
Alfred in one of the Batman series, but it's not.
Yeah.
But he's a South African, which always works.
That works.
Get up.
Yeah.
Get up and get against the wall.
He cuts his finger with the cigar thing.
Yeah.
You know, which I've seen obviously in a lot of things.
He
But
did, is it only the tip he cuts off? Why the fuck's that guy got that weird coke nail anyway?
yeah. Oh, aye. Yeah,
Aye,
yeah.
a weird fucking bizarre
Coke nail,
bit of
probably.
a raggedy nail there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's too raggedy to me. You'd cut your
Oh.
fucking nose apart with that kind of thing. It's not like a Carrie Fisher coke nail, which was shaped specifically that had a funnel on it.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher's coke nails get different measurements along it.
Business and party. There's 2 lines on it.
Business party, school pickup.
Oh God. Yeah.
Right.
It's very
so-
funny that I always find like Sandy Newton's got quite a funny.
Tandy.
Is it? I thought it was Tandy.
It's Tandy.
All right. Okay. Sorry. So Tandy Newton, you know, it's very funny. You're like, I've been in Mission Impossible and Line of Duty.
Yeah, she's got and is it Westworld as well?
She's very good. Like,
she's very good, aye.
She's very good. She always has been. I mean, this isn't really the best character to be like.
Yeah.
you need an unbelievable actress for this one, but
I have
yeah,
right. It's trivia. Some of this is pretty good.
yeah.
Right. So I'll do. They're all kind of linked, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, like Tom Cruise lied to the movie's insurance agents to do this, saying that he'd be letting the stunt crew handle all the major action sequences. In reality, Cruise did 100% of his own stunts,
I do appreciate him for
including the fucking cliff at the start, which is unbelievable.
Yeah,
like that's incredible.
insane.
For the jump, there were wires because that's impossible.
Yeah.
No one could do that. But for the hanging, like that hanging bit, he does that himself. It's insane.
It's all fun and games until he actually dies and falls out. If he fell off
Yeah.
the cliff in Mission Impossible 2, then the studio would have to be closed down.
I wonder what Scientology's position on suicide is.
Aye.
Because he does seem like he's pushing the envelope to the point where
Right.
he's trying to die.
So I presume that's the last Mission Impossible, right?
Don't know. They leave it pretty open-ended.
They
at the
have
end,
purposely, right? But do you reckon, like, if it didn't, he would just start taking on other roles and doing the stunts anyway? It's like, this is a movie about cancer. Your daughter getting cancer. It's like, yeah, but what if I jump out the hospital window?
Yeah, as soon
Tom,
as,
just do Mission Impossible.
as
Get
soon
out
as
of your
she gets,
system.
as soon as she gets a diagnosis, she just leaps down a lift shaft.
Sliding down.
This is the first film ever which Metallica agreed to write a song for, or a song be used.
This is Limp Bizkit too, isn't it?
Yep. So it's I Disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I go now.
I didn't know that was for this.
It's written specifically for this.
Wow.
Tom Cruise fucking loves Metallica and loves Limp Bizkit.
Ah, well.
Limp Bizkit's theme tune version of this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's actually like, you know, I mean,
Class.
I enjoy Limp Bizkit, but I would never be running around going they're unbelievable musicians or anything. But they're good fun.
Limp
And this
Bizkit-
was excellent.
Limp Bizkit are phenomenal.
Yeah,
They
they're very
are.
cringe. I
And
think.
this was around about the time where Limp Bizkit were huge.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre, right? Because this is 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So like, they'd
This is after
already...
Woodstock and everything.
Aye, so Break Stuff and Nookie had already come out on Significant Other. Then they did this, and Hot Dog chocolate flavoured Starfish came out, and this had this on it. This had Rollin'. They were fucking hot shit when this was released. Like big band.
Yeah. John Woo directing Limp Bizkit soundtrack.
Fucking, that's the early 2000s.
That's it.
But what I didn't know was this. So the song I Disappear, Metallica wrote for this. An early unfinished version of the song was leaked onto Napster, and it was that song that caused Laz Ulrich to fucking go mental and try and get Napster shut down. Remember when he was a proper fucking grass
Yes, that's right.
and tried to ruin everybody's good time by getting Napster shut down? It was because of this song. I had
There
no
you
idea
go.
about
Great.
that. One of the bizarre ones again, very much like last week's. I can't even remember what last week's trivia was. That was just it was the fucking it was Michael Rooker breaking ninja himself by doing spin kicks on his own, karate moves on his own. This one, Tom Cruise liked cold bananas on set every day. No idea why IMDb's got that. These are good ones though. Right. So, do you know who Dougray Scott was supposed to play?
In this?
No, not in this, but just after this.
No.
Dougray Scott was supposed to be Wolverine.
Oh, I can see that.
Dougray Scott had been cast as Wolverine, right? Which was supposed to film. He was supposed to film X-Men, the very first X-Men film after this.
Okay.
He injured himself on a motorbike accident filming the scenes for this, was then forced to drop out and was replaced by Hugh Jackman.
Oh, he's been a fucking howler. Oh, he's been an absolute howler there.
Now, there are times when, like, there's the thing about how who was
fucking Dougray was doing stunts too, the mad cunt.
who was it Will Smith? What was the part that Will Smith was supposed to have? Oh, he was supposed to be Neo
Yes.
in The Matrix.
Yeah.
But you then go, it still worked out for Will Smith because he still became the biggest actor in the world at one point because he still did Men in Black, right? There's other ones,
Bad boys.
right? Dougray Scott, I don't think has really recovered from not being Wolverine.
Yeah.
But you then go, would Wolverine have been anywhere near as iconic a character had it not been Hugh Jackman?
That's hard to know. Yeah, he does look the part. Like I think he would do a good job. Well,
but it's very hard to imagine when someone's so synonymous,
yeah,
so symbolic of a character. You go, it's very hard to see him being.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think he would have been anywhere near as good as Hugh.
No,
Jackman.
I don't think he would have been.
But
as
that
good,
might be us unfair.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I don't
Hugh
know
Jackman's a
what the
better
fuck
actor
he went
too.
on to after this, right? And this kind of thing continues. This film basically ruined Dougray Scott's career, right? Not ruined, but made it less impressive than it could have been. Tandy Newton, because this production overran, she had to drop out of being one of Charlie's Angels. in the film.
Oh, that's another big one. Yeah.
That's a big film to miss out on,
Yeah.
right? The one person that it didn't happen to and was nearly fucking catastrophic, Ian McKellen, right?
Yeah.
So Ian McKellen was supposed to play the part that Anthony Hopkins plays in this. He turned it down because they wouldn't let him look at the whole script. Had he accepted it, because of the overruns, so the day he turned down Anthony Hopkins.
He misses Lord of the Rings.
The day he turned down Anthony Hopkins' role, the next day he was offered Magneto.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Had he accepted it, he wouldn't have been Magneto. And because of the overruns, after X-Men, he was supposed to film as Gandalf. If he'd been Anthony Hopkins in this, he wouldn't have been Magneto, he wouldn't have been Gandalf.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking escape that is.
Was yeah,
Jesus.
He probably every day just comes up and fucking puts a little rose down by his John Woo grave.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Although he did miss out on the best line in this. Two best lines in this film. One that our boy Brendan Gleeson plays an Englishman in this. That must have hurt.
It was, yeah.
When Tom Cruise has got the mask on, is pretending to be the Russian scientist.
Yeah.
And he says, "I need it now, you whacked out Russian gypsy."
There is something. You whacked out Russian gypsy. When you're talking about the unnecessary guy like Gizmo doing the 5 seconds thing, there was another guy in this film that also was very unnecessary. When they were gassing Brendan Gleeson, there was absolutely no reason to have a fake newspaper printed out of his all.
They were going to do it anyway.
They're just going to just gas him. I know. That's why they were like, oh,
you've already locked him in.
You locked him in, just gas him.
You know, it's like, this seems unnecessary. I want this cunt to know exactly what's going to happen to him. Like,
put it out. I want not even in a paper. Don't even want to note. I want it to look like an actual newspaper. So I'd absolutely freak him out. Yeah, that's amazing.
The best line in this, which Ian McKellen never got to do, is when because I quite like Hopkins in this. The little time he's in it.
He also uncredited himself though.
Oh, did he? He's a proper smarmy bastard, and he clearly take the piss quite a lot of the time.
Yeah.
When he says that Tom Cruise has to go and recruit Tandy Newton, he says she's got no training for this, and he goes, "What? To go to bed with a man and lie to him? She's a woman. She's got all the training she needs." I was like, "Yeah, whoa, whoa. Hopkins has got some fucking skeletons."
Oh my God, it's not as bad as Dougray Scott's "Women are monkeys" speech.
What was that?
What was that about?
Never says why they're like monkeys.
Yeah, but he's mostly chatting about Tandy Newton, who's black.
Christ, so
I was sitting there watching it, going like,
I didn't even think of that.
I was sitting there kind of going like, right, Dougray, I mean, like, somebody done. This is as bad as my brother was making it up, sending it to me in WhatsApp today. Apparently, the new Harry Potter series has been cast, and like Hermione's like a half African, half whatever, and
she's mixed race,
but her whole character is, you have to call her a mudblood.
Jesus,
he goes, the whole thing's going to be,
you don't belong.
Yeah,
they actually say you don't belong, Hermione.
Yeah, and things like that. And he goes, it's just going to look racist because of all the connotations or whatever.
But Jesus.
I've got two more things here I've got written down, right? First of all, very cool part where he's shooting the bike using the wing mirror.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
The other one was apart from the longest ever walk on a pier.
Oh
when
God!
She's going to meet Dougray Scott. That was slow motion.
It gets longer because he puts it in slow mo as well.
Yeah. Well, that was unnecessary.
Like, she starts walking at normal speed and then puts it in slow mo.
Aye.
He's used to slow mo as
unbelievable.
Like, we're going to talk about in our Patreon today. We're going to talk about favourite scenes in slow mo, but some that are actually necessary. There was no need to put it in that.
Yeah.
But then everyone's in slow mo. You see the South African guy that distrusts her.
Yeah.
He looks round in slow mo.
Right.
Like, why the fuck's the whole scene? Like, what is
nothing happening?
If John Woo, you're wanting a really cool shot of her with the ocean in slow mo in the background and her scarf billowing in the wind. Fair enough. But then don't have every henchman like that.
Yeah.
Because that's another mental line for Dougray Scott. The whole bit where he's like kind of going, do you trust her? And he goes, well, I mean, the timing is quite fortuitous. You know, her getting arrested a week after we've downed a passenger plane and stolen a virus. But then he basically goes, but maybe she's just here to get pumped. And then he goes, and what's wrong with that? Because I'm gagging for it. And you're like, what? Gagging? You're a fucking IMF spy agent. I don't think you use the term gagging for it.
Frothing at the gash for it. So I am. My last one was there's a scene where he kills a lot of them by like a lot of henchmen by like dragging them up in a lorry, just cleans them out and blows up, right? In that scene, the lorry doesn't know he's just killed bad guys.
Yes.
So as far as that traumatized lorry driver is concerned, he's just like exploded a family full of kids. He's probably in the car like,
That is one of those folk like we were talking about, the way that Austin Powers do it with like the family of the henchmen. That would make a good after scene film. Like a lorry driver that's just been involved in a pileup, nothing wrong, nothing to do with him as well. And his life's never the same. Like
he's killed a family. It was 6 lads. They were all 6 lads in a car, all henchmen. That's so good.
The last thing I've got about it is one thing I love: Tom Cruise's hair.
I hated it.
Superb.
I thought he looked like a twat.
I thought he looked fucking class. And one thing I hated, which was the guy at the start when he injects himself with the Chimera virus.
Yeah.
And then says it's got an inoculation period of 20 hours. I have to get the antidote within 20 hours. Why the fuck does he get on a plane from Australia to Atlanta? Why? They could have met anywhere else. Japan, they could have met.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
Right? Mainland Europe. Why the fuck has he gone to the opposite side of the world? The literal opposite side of the world.
Where is he? He's gone another 7 hours on this flight.
I've not checked, but I'm fairly certain you can't fly from Sydney to Atlanta. I don't think there's a Sydney to Atlanta direct.
Yeah.
So he's stopping off somewhere. And by this point, by the way, that the 20 hour, is it the 20 hours that when the pustules start coming out?
Yeah.
So when you see the picture of the guy that has it, by 20 hours he's looking pretty fucking rough.
Oh, I believe that.
I reckon that kicks in about 10 hours in. Would you want to be on a flight with a guy that's starting to burst out all over his face?
Jesus Christ. Guy in 3F's looking rougher by the hour.
Meet him in Adelaide. Get a bus.
Bleeding.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Anyway, very good film. No, it's not. It's a pile of shit, but it's very entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but it is stupid as fuck. You can't help but like laugh at pretty much anything in most of his films. But
right, next week for the past 2 weeks, I've got a load of DVDs, and again, apologies again to anyone. Ryan's been given another load of DVDs. We will get to the ones you've given us. It's just we have a shitload that we're sitting there already and we're trying to get through them. We will so I think I've got like in this batch I've got about 8 left, right? Okay. And every week what I do is some weeks I go, well, we can't have that one because it's too similar to last week, but most of the weeks I'll let a random generator just pick 3 of them out, and then I go which one would fit with what we've done the previous week or where we are in the thing, right? The past couple of weeks Seamus has been with me while I've been doing it. So last week I said, which one do you want to do? So naturally he saw the cover for Slither and went, do that one, right? Because it looks the coolest. Right. This week, 3 of them came out, and I never, like, they were the 3 films. I'm not going to tell you the other 2 because we're going to do them eventually. They were 3 films that were so dissimilar to one another. You won't believe it, right? They are so dissimilar. They're so opposite, polar opposite films. And I thought, well, he'll never, ever pick that one. I thought he was going to go for one particular one because it's got really colourful font. The one he picked, right? And I honestly, I can't think of a better time in the world for us to do this film. And if you think we've struggled to talk about a film in a funny way before. We'll just wait till next week.
My God.
Because next week we are doing Schindler's List.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What kind of child picks Schindler's
He
List?
said it looks like a horror film. I was like, yep, probably the greatest horror mankind's ever seen. So yes. So next week,
oh my God, I can't wait.
please tune in to watch me and Ryan Cullen, professional comedians, try and make a hilarious hour out of the film Schindler's List.
I can't wait. That's going to be very good.
50 pence that was.
It's only 15.
50 pence, which just shows you how much the Holocaust has been forgotten.
We have Mission Impossible. Slither, Mission Impossible 2, Schindler's List. And I know what the one after is going to be.
50 first dates.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so good. Well,
So,
yeah. So thank you very much for the podcast's been doing well the last few weeks.
yes.
Keep up the word of mouth. Keep messaging, put it in the Discord a few times. Keep up the word of mouth and spread it, because I think a lot of people as well sometimes don't listen to this because they feel like they either need the movies or it's a movie podcast, but you know that it's mostly just a jumping off point and all that type of stuff. So please keep that up and share the thing or whatever, the fucking clips, and that's going to go a long way for us.
Yes, we would really appreciate that. And the video's just gone off.
We have the Patreon and all that
yes,
type
we've
of
got
stuff
the Patreon
too.
stuff to come. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.